Hello, welcome back to Organization of Natural System Part 2. Last lesson we learned about biotics and abiotic factors, biomes, niches, physical barriers, and lots of stuffs. If you haven't watched that, please go and watch that. Today we will start off with distributing population. Populations can be described by their density and dispersion. A population is a group of individuals from the same species living in the same general area. A population's density refers to the number of individuals within a specific area. A population can also show different types of dispersion, which describes how individuals are spread throughout their habitat. Clump dispersion occurs when many individuals are packed closely together into groups, such as a school of fish when avoiding a predator. Uniform dispersion occurs when individuals are spaced evenly from one another, such as gannet nests in a breeding colony. Random dispersion occurs when individuals have an unpredictable distribution throughout their habitat. Individuals from plant population with wind-dispersed seed are often randomly spaced from one another. Birth, death, and the rate at which individuals enter or leave a population all affect population growth. Populations grow if the birth rate is greater than the death rate, but populations decline if the death rate is greater than the birth rate. Populations can also change in size due to immigration, when individuals move into a population from elsewhere, or emigration, when individuals leave a population. Populations grow if immigration is greater than immigration, while populations decline if emigration is greater than immigration. Now let's look at the R-selected and K-selected species. Species with R-selected traits have a short lifespan and produce many offspring that require little to no parental care. Examples of species with R-selected traits include jellyfish, insects, rodents, and frogs. Species with K-selected traits are long-lived and tend to produce fewer offspring that require increased parental care. Examples of species with K-selected traits include many large mammals such as elephants, horses, and primates. However, no species is completely an R-selected or a K-selected species. Some species have a mix of traits, while other species may have more R-selected traits or more K-selected traits. Now let's look at the interactions in communities. Species interactions may help, harm, or have a neutral effect on organisms. Every ecosystem contains communities of interacting organisms. Interactions may help, harm, or have little to no effect on the individual involved. Broadly, these interactions fall into three different categories: competition, predation, and symbiosis. Competition occurs when individuals from the same or different species compete directly or indirectly for the same limited resources. Competition negatively affects all individuals involved and may harm their survival and/or reproduction. Predation involves one organism, the predator, that kills and eats another organism, the prey. Predator and prey populations often cycle through time in relation to changes in climate and resource abundance. As the prey population increases, the predator population often increases as well. However, as the prey population grows, predation, pressure, and increased competition for resources may cause the prey population to decline. In turn, the predator population may decline as well. Symbioses are close long-term associations between two or more species. Mutualism occurs when all species involved benefit from a symbiotic association. Some species participate in facultative mutualism, whereby they benefit from a symbiotic association with another species, but are not dependent on it. Other species are more involved in obligate mutualism, which means their survival is dependent on their symbiotic association with other species. Commensalism occurs when one species benefits from a symbiotic association while the other is neither harmed nor helped. Parasitism occurs when a species, the parasite, lives in or on another species, the host. The parasite obtains its nutrition by feeding on the host's tissues or fluids, and the host is harmed in the process. Endoparasites are found within a host, and ectoparasites occur on the host's body. Interactions occur within and among species. A community is made up of many interacting species. Interactions can occur between individuals of the same species or different species. When interactions occur between individuals of the same species, they are called intraspecific interactions. When interactions occur between individuals of different species, they are called interspecific interactions. Individuals of the same species share the same niche. In turn, they compete for the same resources. This is known as intraspecific competition. Intraspecific competition tends to increase with population density. This is because at high population densities, there are more individuals competing for the same amount of limited resources. So an increase in interspecific competition can slow population growth. Individuals of different species do not share the exact same niche, but they may compete for some of the same resources. This is known as interspecific competition. Interspecific competition can influence the geographic distribution and range of species. One species can exclude another species from an area by successfully competing for similar resources, such as prey or nesting sites. Resource partitioning reduces interspecific competition. Different species have different niches, which allows them to share resources in a community and avoid competition. This is called resource partitioning, also called niche partitioning. Resource partitioning involves species using different resources, occupying different areas of a habitat, or feeding during different times of the day. The end. Until next time.